Okay, welcome back to another fun video with Mr. Dan. Today we're going to be making us like a meal prep thing. We're going to be making breakfast so you can have it for a few days. All you got to do is pull it out of the freezer like a meal prep. Breakfast bowls we're going to make, but we're going to do them carnivore style. So without further ado, let's get to it because it's really easy. It just takes a little time putting all this together. Then you pop them in the freezer, take them out, tomorrow, the next day, whatever, and have that. It's really convenient, it's easy, so let's get to it. This is the carnivore way. Okay, as you can see, my wife got me an induction top. I love that thing. But anyhow, I got a pan. It looks a little dirty because my daughter came in and she was hungry, so we made her own little dish. Back here I've got some shredded parm, some heavy cream, and here I have 18 eggs. Count them. And then here I have some sausage that I browned up and some ground beef. This is a pound. This is a little over a pound. Okay? And this is 73.27 and tastes delicious already. I took a little bite. But anyway, let's get to it. I've made this before, but not like this, but a large quantity of eggs. And I was, use my hand. Not no more. I was like, oh, I don't know why I was doing that. I got me my stick blender. And I got everything ready, so in we go. Oop. Okay, so you can see that's pretty quick. If you ain't got one of those, you should get one because it makes things so much easier. Okay, so the next thing we're going to add in here, this is presumably about a third of a cup of the parm. I do this just for the flavor of the parm. I like that. We'll be adding a little bit more cheese later. And this again will be about a third, maybe a little less of heavy cream. Okay, so that being done, I'm going to heat up my pan. Let me just show you what I got here so you don't think I'm crazy. Probably think I'm crazy anyway, right? A lot of eggs. These are little prep bowls here, okay, with a lid. A Rubbermaid, I guess, I don't know. Anyway, that's what we're going to do. Load this up, and in the freezer it goes until it's time to shop. But we do have a few more ingredients we're going to add, but for right now, I'm going to pop on the oven. I'm on the stove here, and I'm going to cook these on low, presumably. It is low. Right now it's at 175 degrees. I don't know if you can make that out. But anyhow, cook it on low. We're going to put some bacon grease in here. We're going to cook these eggs up. Probably going to do it in 2 separate batches. Okay, so now I'm putting in the bacon grease. We got some heat going. Just a little bit. Yeah, Penny got up this morning and her usual weekly ritual, usually do it on Monday, but today she made some ham and bacon on the griddle, and then plus she dehydrated me some more ham. I love that stuff. It's like my addiction. I believe we got enough heat going in there now, so we're going to take our little egg that we did. Like I said, this is so darn easy. It's not even fun. Throw it in there. I'm going to pour about half. And we're going to cook these bad boys up. I do believe this stovetop thing she got cooks a little hotter than usual, but at 175, this thing, it cooks to me like it's on medium, but anyway. Okay, let me cook these up and we'll be right back. Okay, here we are with the first batch just about there. You don't want to overcook the eggs. You don't want to make, in other words, you don't want to, some people like them really dry. I wouldn't cook them real dry. The reason is you're going to take this later on and you'll be putting it in the microwave for a few, like maybe a minute when you heat it up. Maybe a little less, but it doesn't matter. That's going to cook it more. So what we do, don't cook like the bacon and not the bacon, but the ground beef and the ground sausage. I cooked it just a little bit before I would normally take it off. Okay, as you can see, I added some more oil. This induction top, though, cracks me up. Every time you take the pan off, it like shuts down. Because it works, it uses it like magnetic. You have to get special pans. This is an aluminum pan, but it's made for conduction, which means it's got steel somewhere in there. That's what makes it work. You can use cast iron. You can use stainless steel, anything. Make sure it's got metal in it, though. No aluminum. Anything a magnet don't stick to it ain't gonna work. Okay. So we'll be right back when this batch is done. So hang tight. Alrighty then, batch number 2 is just about there. So we're going to give this another couple tosses here, but as you can see, this still has some moisture to them. They're not dried out. And we're going to dump these in. And as you can see, plate clean, pan clean, whatever. So now, the rest of this is going to be really, really simple. Let me just move some of this stuff out the way so we got room. Okay, so what I did was I took my eggs, I weighed them out a little bit, and we have 2.34 pounds of eggs here, scrambled eggs. And so I did the math. I just broke this down to the ounces, divided by 8, and we come up with 8.25 ounces of eggs per container. That's the carnivore way. Okay, let me, as you can see, I got all my egg bowls egged up. I want to clarify something. What I said, 8.25 ounces, that's what I want the total to come to, is 8.25. I'm not misspoke, but I want 8.25 ounces. So now what I'm going to do, let me slide this down a little bit, and I'm going to mix my two meats together, ground beef, and see, when I was first making these, I was using the beef, bacon, butter, and egg deal for the challenge, and I would mix this and bacon and the eggs, and then I know I'm using my bare hands, guys, but I don't have no more rubber gloves, one thing. Second thing is, you ain't eating it, I am. You can mix it with a spoon if you like, but okay. So totally we're going to get 8.25 just with this, and I have a couple more ingredients to add, which I'll show you as we go along. Okay, there you have it, 8.3, probably this one and one other one's 8.2, the rest of them 8.25. I didn't want to mess with it, so there you have it. That's what we have totally. Now, that's better than a Jimmy Dean's, but we're still not done because we have a carnivore bowl to make. Okay, here we have some of Penny's fresh made ham that she did this morning. We're going to put a few pieces each one of these. I'm not counting, I'm just putting them in there. Because I don't, this is just giving you a little variety. And then because of the beef, bacon, butter, and eggs, let me be right back. Okay, so right now each one gets a nice chunk of bacon. And all I did was take 4 slices of the bacon penny made. I cut them in half, put it together. Now we just got 2 more things to do, and we are done. Freshly grated cheddar cheese. I'm just going to put a little bit of that on top. I know my wife and my daughter's going to put more, but just trying to make it happen. Make it a happy bowl, happy carnivore bowl. I just decided I'm just going to try to find that piece of bacon. I don't want to bury the bacon. That's one of the stars of the dish, Mr. Carnivore himself, Mr. Bacon. I'm going to put Mr. Bacon on top. And the last flash I got for everybody, because this is a carnivore dish and you need plenty of fat on carnivore, correct? Say yes, that's a good answer. Right now we're about 9.4 ounces, give or take. Each bowl's pretty dang close, I'll put it that way. And then what I like to do is take my little shaver thing over here, my little trusty shaver. Some people call it a ricer thing, and a cheese grater, and a zester. This one is a different. I got 3 different sizes here, and I like this one for the butter. I'm going to show you what I do. Okay, I just take that, and what I do is take my butter and go back and forth, and you'll see it starts coming down. Make sure your butter is cold when you do this. If it's not cold enough, it's just going to smear everywhere. And you just top each one off with some butter. Not a lot of butter, because you do have some grease in this from the meat, and from the meat. But just gives it a nice little buttery flavor at the end. And this is going to say, here you have it, Mr. Dan's version of a serious breakfast bowl. As you can hear, our street is getting more and more traffic every day. Now they want to build houses right across the street, which is going to increase the traffic some more, which not everybody's happy with. But what can you say? That's progress. At least that's what I say. Penny don't like when I say that. She goes, oh, whatever. I know, what do you say, gonna move? Try to find a house nowadays. Anyhow. Okay, so here you have all the breakfast bowls are done, all 8. Anyway, this is the kind of cheese you can get if you want to grate your own. Fine, you can get grate your own Parmesan. You want to use hard cheese, they say. Okay, guys, there you go. You got 8 breakfast bowls to go. It takes a little time initially, but once you're going during the week, pop them in the microwave and you're done. So right now I'm just going to set these up. They're going to be set out for a little bit. Once they get a little cooler, they're pretty cool now, but I'm going to take them and put them in the refrigerator for a little bit. Then I'm going to take them and stick them in the freezer. So this is Mr. Dan saying, if you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up. Share with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Don't forget to hit that little notification when you subscribe. There's a little arrow down box. You hit that. That'll drop down another box. I'll give you the recipe that I use to make this. Not the recipe, but the ingredients, so you can follow along in the video. There's you hit that button, the drop down box will come down, like I said, and then there'll be another one in there for a link to Cook 'N Mr. Dan Facebook page, a link to my daughter's artwork site page, and then the complete list of what we used. So this is Mr. Dan saying stay hungry, stay healthy, and when you are, come back and we will give you another delicious dish just like this. This is Mr. Dan saying we're out for now. Go Carnivore.